Hello and welcome back to Zethan's podcast. Today is Throwback to Random People from History Thursday.
We have with us today historian Sean Reardon, here to talk about a pretty wild person from history.
That's right, guys. Thanks for having me. I've always wanted to spread my useless knowledge, and I'm grateful to finally have my chance. That's great, Sean. Before we get started, we'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors for making pointless videos like this possible. Why don't you read them off to us,
We'd like to give a big thanks to Audible, Gooseaid, and G Fuel. Be sure to use the code Zethan to get 30% off your next G Fuel purchase.
Alright, so Sean, why don't you tell us who we were going to be discussing today? Right, so today I'm here to talk about Mike the Durable.
What do you have to do to get a nickname like that?
Well, you see, his real name was Michael Malloy, and he survived 5 plots against his life without even realizing it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes, tell us more. Well, Michael Malloy was your typical homeless alcoholic living in 1920s New York City, who spent his days in bars drinking away until he inevitably passed out. Then he would rise the next day ready to drink some more. That sounds like a great way to live. Yes, it sure does. Now, eventually 5 men, including Tony Marino, the owner of the bar, Joseph Murphy, Francis Pasqua, and Hershey Green, and Daniel Kresberg, begin to notice Malloy's regular visits to the bar, and for some unknown reason just strongly disliked the guy. So they didn't have any actual reason to dislike him? Well, I would imagine it was due to him being the most absolutely disgusting person on this God-given planet, and his harassment of others at the bar in his drunken state. He does sound like a fairly unpleasant person. Yeah, so the 5 guys got tired of his presence and plotted to collect life insurance policies on Malloy's life by killing him.
Smart.
In theory, yes. They planned to allow him to drink himself to death by paying for all his drinks. In the end, they were set to gain about $3,500, which is around $66,000 by today's standards.
That's good money.
That sounds like a fairly simple plan. Well, while they were successfully able to collect life insurance policies under the name Nicholas Malloy, the next part of their plan became more complicated than they originally envisioned. Marino gave Malloy unlimited credit at his bar, thinking he would abuse this and drink himself to death. While Malloy did load himself up with more liquids than in the Pacific Ocean, he still went through his daily routine of passing out and then waking the next day, empty and ready to drink.
That's crazy.
Indeed. So Marino decided to up his game and replace the liquor with antifreeze, which Malloy continued to drink without any problem. Marino then tried turpentine, horse liniment, and eventually rat poison.
He survived drinking all of that?
Malloy continued to become unconscious, but would always wake the next day. That's wild. The group began to get desperate and tried feeding him raw oysters soaked in wood alcohol, which had no effect, and then gave him a spoiled sardine sandwich with various poisons and carpet tacks. Malloy consumed the sandwich, then proceeded to ask for another one.
The dude asked for another?
How was he able to eat the first one? I'm not entirely sure. You know what else tastes like you're eating carpet tacks? Burger King.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. I said it. What are you gonna do, bruh?
Have you ever had the Whopper, bruh?
Nah, dude. I've been there once, and that's all I need to make my decision.
SMH my head, dude.
Anyway, the group finally came to realize that nothing he ingested was going to kill Malloy. So one night, after he passed out, they attempted to freeze him by dumping Malloy in snow in negative 14-degree weather, then proceeded to pour 5 gallons of water onto his bare, naked chest. He had to have died.
There's no way he didn't die.
The next day, as the sun rose from the east, in came Malloy into the bar ready to begin his drinking. No way, bro.
Are you joshing me?
I am in fact not joshing you. Dang, he is in fact not joshing us. The group gets the closest to killing Malloy after hitting him with a car, moving at 45 miles per hour. You're telling me he isn't fazed by that? He actually is hospitalized for 3 weeks. Broke several bones. But sure enough, Malloy eventually came limping into the bar.
What a Chad.
I know, right? The reign of Michael Malloy ends, however, when a hose connected to a gas jet is put in his mouth, and after an hour of breathing in toxic gases, Malloy is finally killed on February 23rd of 1933. Wow, that is incredible. This man was able to survive so many death attempts.
Bruh moment, am I right?
That is indeed a bruh moment.
So wait, isn't known why Mr. Malloy drank so much?
Yeah, I was curious about that as well. This was clearly no ordinary man. Well, it isn't actually known for certain why he drank so much, but we can speculate. How so? Well, he was a firefighter in the past, but for some unknown reason, he retired early and began his drinking routine. It is possible that he experienced some traumatic experience, causing him to start his drinking habits.
Oh wow, I can't imagine the toll that occupation can have on some people. His job might also be able to explain some of his durability.
Yeah, but probably not all of it. It could be possible that he was used to the breathing of toxic gases, which could explain how he managed to survive so long while continuously inhaling it. But they don't teach you how to eat carpet tack sandwiches in fire school.
Ha ha ha.
That is true.
Well, that is all the time we have today. Thank you, Mr. Sean, for joining us today.
Anytime. I love spreading my useless knowledge.
Be sure to join us next time in Why Cacti Are Their Own Intelligent Animal Species and Deserve to Have More Rights Than Humans.
Roll credits.